If you have ADHD and money feels loaded with shame, that's not a coincidence, and it's not because you're bad with money. I'm Amy Kelly, a licensed mental health therapist in Florida and Colorado. I own a group practice called Wildly Authentic Counseling that specializes in adults with ADHD, autism, anxiety, and trauma. I also provide clinical supervision and business mentorship to people with ADHD using my clinical background and my own lived experience with ADHD. For a lot of people with ADHD, money shame starts young. Many of us with ADHD grew up with repeated criticism around money, being told we were careless, irresponsible, or just bad with our finances. What often gets missed, though, is why those struggles were happening in the first place. ADHD impacts our executive functioning. Those are the skills like planning, impulse control, working memory, and follow through. And when those skills aren't supported, money mistakes happen a lot more often. Bills get missed, utilities get turned off, spending gets impulsive, and the systems we're trying to use completely fall apart. That can lead to real money scarcity. And it's not because you don't care, but because managing money consistently is genuinely harder with ADHD. And this is where shame really takes root. Instead of those struggles being understood as the executive dysfunction they are, they're often instead framed as moral failing. You didn't forget a bill, you were irresponsible. You didn't struggle with impulse control, you were bad with money. On top of that, a lot of the so-called experts on money actively use shame as a motivator. They rely on fear, guilt, harsh language, all of those to get people to change. But for ADHD, shame often does not create better money habits. It instead creates avoidance. When money feels like proof that you're failing, your nervous system learns that engaging with your money systems isn't safe. So the cycle looks like you struggle with a habit, you experience criticism. You experience criticism, you experience shame. Shame then leads to avoidance, and avoidance leads to more problems. And none of that has anything to do with your intelligence, your discipline, or your character. It has everything to do with your ADHD being misunderstood. And if this resonates, here's something that I want you to try today. I want you to think about the first money-related message you remember receiving about yourself. Not advice, but a message. Was that message, you're bad with money? Was it, you can't be trusted to carry your own money? Was it, you should know better? Money shame doesn't come from nowhere, and it doesn't get resolved from more shame.